Welcome back, APCSA students. We're going to do the swap in this video. So we're in the test swap section. We are calling the swap method, and the swap method gets an array and gets two index values, valid index values of elements that need to be swapped in the array. So here we will swap the first and last elements in the things array. And here we will swap the first and second using these index values elements in the animals array. And so we can see the output here. We can see the array before the swap and after the swap. And we know that once we change our program, we're going to see these swap places. So I went over this in several classes, or in a couple classes, but this is an algorithm you definitely want to kind of be one of those you memorize and that you're able to write, at the drop of a hat. So here I am where my swap method is, and again I have a string array and I have two integer indexes. Now in this case we've been given a precondition, and it's really important to understand that a precondition in AP terms is something you can assume is true. It is a given value, a given thing. So in this case, we know that x and y are valid indices. So whoever calls this method, it is their job to make sure that these index values are valid indexes for the particular array that it's passing. So we do not have to verify x and y in this method because the precondition says that's not our job. It's good to know because it can save us some work. So all we need to do is the swap. And as I mentioned in class, this is the rookie mistake that we are not going to make. This copies one value over, but then in the process of doing so, for example, here when we want to switch snake and dog, this would copy dog over top of snake, and so we'd have dog dog in our array right there, and we would have lost snake. So you need at least one temporary variable. I'm going to make two just to make it easier. The temporary holding variable should match the element types that are in the array because it is holding the element at x, L at x, hold L at x, I don't know, just hold x is fine, right? Hold x, it's not exactly x, but good enough. So I'm going to hold the element at x, I'm going to hold the element at y, just to make it easier on myself. And then down here, the new thing that I want to be at index x is the thing that used to be at y. The thing that I want to be at index y is the thing that used to be at index x. You can do this with one variable, as I mentioned in class. You really only need one of these, but why not make two if it makes it a little easier to keep track? Because if you make one, you can mess it up. So let me run this. We can go up to where I see the word swapping, and we can see that the original array has house and cartoon at the front and the end, and now cartoon and house have switched places. Everybody else has stayed where they were. And the next one, we're switching the first and second element. Here, there is our original array. These are the first and second element, and we can see that they are swapped. That's it. Happy coding.